Hi guys, Al Smith here. Welcome to another lesson in the One No Trump response system course. Today we're going to talk about super accepts to Jacoby transfers. This convention is initiated by the opener. In fact, it's one of the few things that the opener can do to indicate some unique characteristics of the hand. Okay, let's just do a quick review to begin with of the Jacoby transfer. Okay, the responder is going to use the Jacoby transfer when they have 5+ hearts or 5+ spades. Note that the strength of responder's hand is unknown. They're going to have from anywhere from 1 length point to 20 length points. Okay, so it's because of this, the responder is the captain of the hand. Okay, even though the opener is going to be the initiator of the super accept convention, the responder will remain the captain of the hand. All right, let's take how do we recognize when our partner bids a super accept? Well, in response to a Jacoby transfer, the responder expects the opener to accept the transfer. After 2 diamonds, he or she expects his partner, the opener, to bid 2 hearts. Same is true of the 2 heart transfer to spades. Well, if the opener doesn't do that, the opener has initiated the super acceptance convention. All right. So there's really 3 reasons why the opener might use this convention. One is to do a preemptive push of the transfer. Now, this is so that they can prevent the opponents from entering the auction, especially if the responder has a weak hand. All right. That could also be to initiate a game try, to say, hey, partner, I've got a good bid for you. I've got so many points. Can you bid game? And also to show that the opener has mild slam interest if the responder has the appropriate cards and strength. So just those are 3 different aspects of why the super accept convention came to be. Let's look at the different bids that the structure of the bids that the opener can use to initiate the super accept. There are 3 categories of bids. The first, and they're based upon, all of them have one thing in common. The first thing in common is they must have 4+ card support in the transfer suit. Okay. The first category is when the opener jumps to 3 of the transfer to suit. Okay, what this says is I've got 4+ cards of support in the suit that you're transferring to. I've got 15 to 17 points, and I've got 2 weak non-trump suits. What's a weak suit? One where you have 2 or more immediate losers. Okay, that's a critical part of this because the jump to 3 of the major can be obstructive or invite game. So keep that in mind, and you'll see why in a minute. You want to do that because you want to keep the opponents out of the auction. The second category is where you have 1 weak non-trump suit. Okay. However, instead of allowing the full no trump range, you need to have a maximum no trump. Now, notice that we're counting distribution points here with respect to this particular bid because the opener is the one that has discovered the golden bid. The responder is the one that says they have 5+ hearts. the opener says, hey, I've got 4 of them. That's a golden bid. We only need 8. We've got 9 plus. So the opener is going to count distribution points. Generally, that's only going to be 1 point if they have a doubleton, no points if their shape is 4, 4, 3, 3, 3. And if they have 2 doubletons, they can actually increase the value of their hand by 2. So it gives them a much better capability of responding positively. Okay, so with 1 week. So what do we do if we have no weak suits? Well, that's where the 2 no trump bid comes into play. And notice that these are alertable bids because you're communicating specific information that the opponents are unaware of. So via the rules of bridge, if you have a conventional agreement, you need to alert the bid so the opponents can ask. Now, if you have an ace king or an ace and king or king in the 3 unbid suits, non-trump suits, okay, that would be considered having no weak suit. Notice that we're skipping over the trump suit there. We're not taking that one into consideration. We've got 9 trumps. We're figuring that's good enough. What we're worried about is the 3 other suits. So what this does is invite a no trump or a suit game. All right. Now you can see that these all have different objectives or potential objectives. So see how these objectives fit with 2 weak suits. Obstructive and preemptive fits into there. 1 weak suit, they're looking for game, probably in a suit contract, but every once in a while you're going to want to play in no trump. So the primary emphasis is suit, secondary emphasis is no trump. With 2 no trump, the primary emphasis is a game in no trump potentially, or in suit, depending on the shape of the responder's hand. Let's look at this from a different perspective, okay? And we'll look at it graphically. And in this one, we're going to assume the responder bid has 5 hearts, and that we open one heart, 1 no trump. Our partner has 5 hearts and initiates the Jacoby transfer by bidding 2 diamonds to hearts. All right, if we have 4 plus cards in hearts, we may initiate a super accept. Now, there's one small category where we can't do it. I'll talk about that in the examples. But if we've got 15 plus distribution points and 2 weak suits, if we only have 1 and have a minimum 15 points, okay, we won't be able to do the super accept. We'll just do a normal accept and go from there. Okay, we can jump to 3 hearts. Okay, and that says, hey, partner, I've got 4 plus cards in your suit. I've got 15 to 17 distribution points, which says, hey, I'm probably got a flat distribution, maybe 4, 4, 3, 3, 3, and I have 2 weak suits. So you'll have to decide what you want to do. Okay, now we have 3 weak bids, or 3 bids that show a weak suit: spades, clubs, and diamonds. What these each one show is a weak suit with 2 plus losers in the bid suit. Can we have a 5th bid in the super accept, 2 no trump, that says, hey, I've got the 3 non-trump suits blocked? All right, now let's look at the situation where our partner has, the opener has jumped to 3 hearts. Well, we really only have 2 bids that the responder can make. They're either going to pass when they've got 0 to about a bad 8, or they're going to bid 4 hearts. Now notice that when the opener jumped to 3 hearts, we right-sided the hand. The opener is going to be the declarer. Now, right-siding the hand makes the opponents lead into the strength of the 1 no trump opener. That's generally worth about a whole trick. So it makes a big difference who is the declarer, because if the opponents give you a trick, give you a whole trick by making the wrong lead, that's very, very beneficial. Now, let's look at what happens if one of these other bids is made. Now, this should actually say 3 diamonds. I'll fix that. Okay, if the opener, if the responder has a weak hand, 0 to 7 points, the responder is going to want to sign off. Now, how does the responder do that? Well, what the responder does is bid 3 diamonds. Okay, and that 3 diamonds will be a retransfer to 3 hearts. Okay, that's 3 diamonds as a retransfer to 3 hearts. The opener will then bid 3 hearts. Okay, this right side's the hand again. So you can see that one of the major features of the super acceptance, as it is with the Jacoby transfer, is to right side the hand. Now, if the responder has enough points per game, they're going to bid 4 diamonds. Okay, and that is also a retransfer to 4 hearts. Okay, and again, this right side the hand. Now, the responder, depending on what cards they have and number of points, can also bid 3 no trump to sign off. This generally occurs when the responder has a 5-3-3-2 shape, and generally a few more points, because when you get up around 28 plus points, 28 to 30, 31 points, not in slam territory, but you know you're definitely in game territory, you're going to take the same number of tricks in no trump as you are in a suit contract, because you've got control of the majority of, you've got control of all of the suits. If you can do this, making 4 no trump versus making 4 hearts or 4 spades gives you 10 more points. Obviously, if the responder has an unbalanced hand with roughing potential, they're not going to bid 3 no trump. They're going to be in the major. So they're going to do a retransfer to the major, to select the transfer to major. All right. Now, if the responder bids anything else, what they're doing is exploring slam. That's a subject for another day. All right. The structure after if the responder transfers to spades, the structure is very similar to what we see here. Let's go ahead and look at a couple of examples. In this first example, our partner has 15 high card points and opens 1 no trump. The responder has 5 spades, 4 high card points, 1 lane point. So they've got 5. Says, okay, I'm going to initiate a Jacoby transfer. Bids two hearts to transfer to spades. Now, the opener goes, well, I've got 4 spades. Maybe I can do a super accept. Looks at his hand, says, I've only got 1 weak suit. Okay, and he counts his points against it. I only got 15 high card points, so I have a minimum opening. This is the one area where you've got 4+ cards in your partner's suit that you do not use the super accept, because we deem this hand to be too weak. We want to have a very accurate description of the hand if we use the super accept. Now, well, so what we're going to do is going to bid 2 spades as a normal accept of Jacoby transfer, and in this case, the responder is going to pass. However, if they made another bid, now we can come back into play and take into consideration what we've got by. So we're actually relegating this category of hand to be bid most accurately after a normal Jacoby transfer acceptance. All right, well, let's look at example number 2. In this one, our partner's got 15 high card points, but let's look at this before we get too far in this. In this one, we have a doubleton, so the opener has some roughing potential. Now the responder bids a transfer to spades, and the opener's ears perk up. Says, well, I've got 4 spades, and because I've got a distribution point. I now have 16 distribution points, and I've got some 10s and 9s here. So I like my 16 because I'm going to do a super accept by bidding 3 hearts. Okay. And so the responder now knows that his opener's got a max no trump opener. He has weakness in hearts, which is not good news because the opener's got weakness, the responder's got weakness in hearts. And he's got 4 spades, 4 or more spades. Now, here's a little bit of a twist in here. The responder is going to bid 3 spades. Okay, we're going to spend some time in these examples. We've talked about right-siding the hand. This is the one situation using the super accept that you cannot right-side the hand. So you have to keep that in mind and make sure that you understand that, because the responder is going to bid 3 spades in this situation, and that's a sign-off bid, and the opener is going to pass. Okay, so what we're going to do is now go to example number 3. All right, now the opener has 16 high card points. He's got 10s and 9s and says, okay, that's a max to begin with. Now the responder transfers to spades, and we've got 4, 3, 3, 3, but we have 16 high card points. So what we're going to do is we're going to tell the responder that we've got 4 pieces of support for him and 16 high card points by bidding our weak suit. So we bid 3 hearts. Okay, we bid 3 hearts to show that, and our partner, the responder, goes, hey, that's cool. You've got weakness in hearts. I've got a singleton, so we don't have to worry about hearts anymore. You just told me that all your other points are in spades, diamonds, and clubs. Cool. I can go ahead and bid game. Well, is he going to bid 4 spades? No. He's going to bid 4 hearts. This is going to be a retransfer to spades, okay, because we want the strong hand to be the declarer. Okay, so the opener goes, okay, cool, we're going to be in game, and the opener is going to bid 4 spades. All right, the next example, the opener opens with 1 no trump and has a definite max. Actually, it's a really nice 17. Okay, and the responder transfers to spades again. And in this case, the opener has 2 weak suits. You can see hearts and clubs. So what the opener is going to do is do a super accept and bid 3 spades. Remember, he's jumping in the transfer to suit. And by bidding 3 spades, he guarantees the hand's going to be right-sided. Okay, and so now the responder counts his points. He's got 2, 4, 6. He's only got 7 points, and he says, well, my partner could have as many as 17. Okay, I've only got 7. That's 24. We can't have game. So he says, I'm just going to pass. And that shuts out the opponents also from being able to find they might have a double fit in hearts and spades. And there's our 4 spades showed up over there. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at example number 5. We've got 17 high card points again. The partner opened 1 no trump, and the responder transferred to spades again. All right. Now, in this case, we have a king, an ace, an ace. We have no immediate losers, no suit with 2+ losers. So what we can do now, we can show our partner that we have show our partner that by bidding 2 no trump, and our partner says, okay. The responder says the opener's got a maximum opener 16 to 17 high card points, and He's got 4 spades. So he looks at his hand and says, I got 3, 6, 9, 11, 12. I've got 12. That gives us 27. At a minimum, and as many as 29. Okay, and says, okay, I've got good values. I know my partner's got good values. He's saying he's got a flat hand. I've got a relatively flat hand. So what he does is he bids 3 no trump because he figures that he's going to be able to make more points in no trump than he is in the suit contract. Let's look at example number 6. In this one, the opener's got 17 points again. And the responder transfers the spades again. And this time is actually even a little bit stronger. 4, 8, 10, 12, 13. Okay, and he's got a singleton club. Okay, so note that singleton club. Now, in this case, again, the opener has aces and kings in the 3 non-trump suit and bids 2 no trump again. Now, the responder in this situation won't even think about playing in no trump because he's got an unbalanced hand. Okay, and the more unbalanced the hand is, the less you want to play in no trump. So the responder bids 4 hearts, which is a retransfer to spade, and the opener accepts the retransfer by bidding 4 spades. Okay, so we're going to get ready and go to the shark bridge, and let's suspend this for. Okay, everybody's in Shark Bridge. Let's go ahead and look at the hands that we're going to related to the Super Accept. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to expose both the openers and the responders' hands so we can more easily talk about it. Okay, now the opener has North is the dealer and has 7, 12, 16 high card points. So he's starting out with the maximum. He says, okay, I'm going to open 1 no trump. And the opponent passes and it comes around to South. And South says, boy, I've got a really horrible hand. I've only got 0 points. My high card is an 8 and this hand sucks. However, I've got 5 spades. I'm going to do a Jacoby transfer to spades. Okay, and it comes back around to the declare. The declare goes, it's all excited. I've got 4 spades. I've got maximum points. I can initiate a super acceptance. Okay, it says I've got 1 weak suit, diamonds. So bids 3 diamonds. And that says, hey, partner, I've got 4 plus spades. I've got maximum no trump opening, but I do have weakness in diamonds. Okay, and it comes back around to the responder. Okay, it goes past and it goes back around to the responder. The responder says, I don't want to go anywhere. I want us to sign off in spades. So what the responder is going to do is do another retransfer to spades. And the opener is going to come back and bid 3 spades. And the responder is not going to be able to pass fast enough. Okay, so we ended up in 3 spades. We'd actually prefer to be in 2 spades because of the really crappy hand that Al has. Okay, but we have the strong hand up here as the declare. Now let's go ahead. The robot is going to, I'm going to let you see all the hands so that we can actually, the robot has got the ace, king, queen of diamonds. So it's going to be the queen of diamonds. That's the proper lead from the ace, king, queen. Okay, and what the declare is going to do is going to follow suit. And now the opening leader says, which suit do I want led? Well, my clubs are the strongest, so I'm going to lead the king of diamonds with the clubs. Okay, and it comes back around. and actually the second opponent is going to play the jack of diamonds, saying, I would like to have hearts back to me. Okay, but neither here nor there. That's that's an element of terms of the defense, and there's quite a bit to learn about defense. So I'm not going to belabor that. I'm just going to play the cards, and you can see how they get played. All right, now the declarer knows that can see the dummies and sees the four of diamonds and says, okay, I can lead this ace of diamonds. That does me no harm because I know that the declarer is going to have to ruff. And he roughs in with the two of spades. Okay, and now the declarer goes, well, I've got some real challenges here. Okay, the first thing I've got a challenge to do is get the kids off the street. I don't want these people trumping in. And he knows that the probability the Trump are going to split 3-1 is 62%, and that they're going to split 2-2. It's only 37%. But he also knows that if they're 3-1, he's going to lose a spade trick. So what he's going to do is go ahead and lead that ace. And both of them foul, and he takes a sigh of relief because they could have been split 4-0. And he says, well, let's go ahead and lead the king. And there comes the jack, and he goes, well, I wonder if West has got the queen. And the declarer is rewarded by having both the queen and the jack fall. So now he knows there's no more trump. So he says, what am I going to do? He says, well, what I want to be able to do is get to the dummy so I can lead towards my heart so that I can finesse West for the ace. And he says, well, let's go ahead and lead that ace of clubs. What we're going to do is just go ahead and we're going to lose a club. So he does that. And West decides he doesn't want to take the lead. He wants his partner to lead. Okay, and his partner says, all right, we don't want to give him a rough and a slough by leaving a diamond. We know he's out of diamonds. So what we're going to do, and we can see that the dummy doesn't have any clubs. So let's go see if we can do something in hearts. So we lead to hearts. And now the declarer says, the West has got to make a decision. And he says, well, my partner might have the king or the queen of hearts. So I'm going to go ahead and take that ace. I'm going to lead the hearts again. He does that. And now we can proceed to take both of those heart tricks. And then we're the only ones with trump left. So we go ahead and we get the last two tricks. We get all the last tricks. Okay. So we didn't make, oh yes, we did make it. We made 3 spades. Okay. Even though we didn't have, our dummy Al had a really crappy hand. All right, let's go ahead and look at the second practice hand. Okay, and let's go ahead and show the north hand. And let's look at this. We've got 7, 14, 16. We've got 16 high card points, got some 9s and so forth. We're going to consider this a max no trump opening. And our partner opens 1 no trump, comes pass around to us. And this time, hey, are we a little bit better hand? We've got 5 spades, and we've got the 8s of hearts, and we've got the singles and 3 of clubs. So we note right away that we have an unbalanced hand. We have 6, 7 length points. So what we're going to do is we're going to transfer to hearts. We're going to transfer to spades again. So we bid 2 hearts. Comes back around to our partner. And our partner goes, well, that's a transfer to spades. I've got 4 of them. I've got a max. Let's tell our partner where our weakness is. And I'm going to go, well, no, we've got 2 weak suits. So we've got 2 quick losers in diamonds, and we actually have 4 losers in clubs. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to make a preemptive bid, which is also game invitational. It's a dual purpose bid. So the opener bids 3 spades. And the responder goes, okay, my partner's got 2 weak suits. Okay, and I've got minimal points. I've got 6 points, 7 points. My partner can have a max of 17 around there. So that's around 24. We're not going to be able to make game. So he says, I want the contract to be 3 spades. It's aha, my partner's also already bid 3 spades. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pass it out. Okay, and now we've got the, the contract is 3 spades. It's going to be played by North, so we right side at the hand, and the East is going to make the opening lead, decides to lead the King of Diamonds. Okay, and the dummy comes down, and we can see the dummy. So we're looking at our hand. We've got the 9 spades. We've got the Ace, King, Queen of Hearts. We've got one loser in clubs and one loser in diamonds, as long as we can ruff two diamond tricks. So we have no losers. Got Ace, King, Queen, 4, 2. So these are covered. These are all covered. We know we're going to lose 1 here, so but we can ruff 2 here. Okay, but we need to be able to keep our losers to 2 tricks. We need to be able to ruff a couple of diamonds. So let's go ahead, and we're going to take that Ace of Diamonds. So we play the Ace of Diamonds. We know where the Queen is because the King implies that East has the King. So what we want to do right now is to look at our spades, and what we're going to do, because we can see that we've got 1 diamond left in North's hand. We're going to lose a diamond, and if the trump split 2-2, then we're going to be able to ruff those 2 diamonds. So what we're going to explore that a little bit. We're going to leave the 4 spades and see what happens. We take that ace over there, and we see the 10 falls. We say that's encouraging because we know the 8 jack is out. All right, we say, where do we want to be? It really doesn't matter. So he says, well, let's do this just in case they're split 2-0. Okay, and we see the jack come out, and we play the queen, and lo and behold, we already saw the 10 fall, so we really don't care. But the 8 falls, and all the trump are gone. Now, what we want to do is we want to lose a couple of tricks. You go, what do you mean you want to lose a couple of tricks? Well, we want to lose a couple of tricks, okay, because we want to lose the diamond, okay? All right, why did we lose the diamond? That's so we can trump the last 2 diamonds with our last 2 spades, okay? And they come back and say, all right, we're going to lead another diamond, see if we can get another diamond. It comes up, and we trump it. And now what do we want to do? We want to lose another trick. We want to lose a club. So we're going to, what did I, okay. Okay, we've got to finish that trick. Now we want to lose a club. So we just leave that 2, we play, let them have that trick. Now we go, we don't care what you do because we've got 3 good heart tricks. We're going to ruff the diamond, and we're going to ruff the club. So we're going to cross ruff the hand, and we're going to take the rest of the trick, and we're going to make 5 spades. Now, too bad that we didn't bid 4 spades. I'm not sure why we didn't, but we didn't. So sometimes you get the bear, and sometimes the bear gets you. Let's go to hand number 3. All right, in this particular hand, our partner again is going to let's let you see that. We're going to let you see that. Okay. Our partner has 14, 16 high card points. The card's not quite as good. Not too many 10s and 9s. A little bit there, but we'll see what our partner says, and then we'll decide whether to submit or max. Okay. And so he opens 1 no trump. it comes around to us down here. Okay, and we still don't have a very great hand, but we've got 4, 5, 7. We've got 8 points. So it's kind of a borderline hand. If our partner's got 17, we might be able to make 4 hearts. Okay, but we've got, and we also say, well, this is a balanced hand, 5, 3, 3, 2. And it comes back around. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a transfer to hearts. We bid 2 diamonds, comes back around. And our partner now says, okay, I've got 1 weak suit. Okay, and that weak suit is spades. So, and I'm going to count this as a maximum because I can actually show my weakness at the 2 level. He bids 2 spades. All right, now, so our partner has bid 2 spades, and we go, well, that's my weakness too. We're going to have probably 2 or 3 losers immediately in that suit. The game doesn't look too promising. Okay, so it comes back around to the respondent and says, well, we want to be in hearts. So what he's going to do, he's going to bid 3 diamonds as a retransfer to hearts. He's going to go past. The opener is going to bid 3 hearts, and the responder is going to pass. All right. Now, they may actually make 4, but we'll see. Again, it's the opening. The East is going to make the opening lead. They're going to lead the King of Spades from the top of the sequence. All right. Now let's get the dummy faced. Okay, so we're looking at the hand, and we're going, well, that's kind of, they're going to come right out at the very beginning and get make us lose our spades. So let's see what happens. So we play the 2 of spades. Okay, and the West player is really a great player. So he says, my partner has led the king, implying he has the queen and maybe the jack. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to unblock. I'm going to play the ace of spades on top of my partner's king. Okay, and then return the 10 of spades. What he's saying is my partner's got the king, and he's got the king queen. He can take 2 more spade tricks. If not, I can bluff a spade trick. So he says he's not losing anything by overtaking that that ace. So then the East overtakes the 10 of spades and then proceeds to lead the queen. These guys are mean, rotten. Okay, and now West is going, well, what do I want to my partner to come back with? He says, well, my bests there are identical. It really doesn't matter. They never said anything about these suits. So he looks at the dummy and says, well, we might have a chance to get a trick in diamonds. Notice I said he looks at the dummy. Well, no, he can't. He looks at the dummy up here. Well, that's not the dummy. The dummy's down here. He looks at the dummy and sees the queen of diamonds and 8, 7, 6 of clubs. Says, okay, I'll tell my partner I want a club because maybe I can complement my partners with my queen. So he says, okay, give me a club. Okay, and East comes back and says, okay, my partner wants a club. Leads a club back to his partner. Okay, and because they led the second highest, what West is going to do is just go ahead and play low. Okay, and the declare takes the ace. Now the whole challenge here is you got to get the trump out. Okay, you've got to you need to get the trump out, and you only want to lose 1 trump trick. Okay, and you look at the hand, and you've got ace, queen, jack, 9. So you're missing the king 10. All right, so you're hoping that the hearts are split 2-2. And so what you're going to do to begin with is you're going to go ahead and lead towards the honor, and we're going to play the jack. The reason we're going to play the jack is if West has the king, which he does, now we know there are only two trump out. Okay, and we have the ace queen. If we played the ace, it's conceivable that all of the trumps were East's hand, and then there would be the king 10 behind the queen, and we lose two trump cards. By playing it this way, we're guaranteed to only lose one trump as long as they can't ruff. All right, so he said, my partner led clubs to begin with. Well, I'll try that continuation. And Claire jumps in, takes the trick, and says, okay, it's time to get the kids off the street. Okay, so he leads low, and we go, oh, darn, he's out. We take the ace, and we lead back. And we gather in that last trump, winning it with the queen. Now, we've got the ace, king, 2 of diamonds, and the queen, 7 of diamonds. Now, we always want to win. When we have 3 cards, 3 honors like this, we always want to win it in the short suit first. So we lead, we're going to lead the 2 of diamonds to the queen. So we win that with the queen. That way we don't get locked in our hands and not we have a communication back to the ace king, and that way we can immediately take that trick. Okay, and what we can do is throw off our losing club on the diamond trick, and now we can just rough the hand out. So we make the contract. We properly communicate it with each other, use that information, only went through 3 levels, and then made the contract. Let's go ahead and look at hand number 4. Okay, and on hand number 4, let's see what we've got here. Well, our partner is going to open 1 no trump again. Let's go ahead and expose that hand so you can look at a little bit of the logic. So it's a strong no trump. He's got 16 high card points now, but notice he has no aces. Okay, you could have a whole bunch of points and not have any aces. Now that's a negative. So just kind of pay attention to that, because when you've got 16 high card points, it doesn't have as much trick taking potential as if you had some aces mixed in with it. Okay, so it goes past. It comes around to our hand here. Now we've got a little bit better hand. We've got 4, 5, 6. We've got 10 high card points. We've got 1 extra for the 5th heart. So we've got 11. So we know we want to be in game somewhere. Okay, we look at our hand too and go, well, we got lots of 10s and 9s. Okay, and we're 5, 3, 3, 2. So this has got real potential both as a suit contract and as a no trump contract. So we transfer to our transfer to hearts by bidding 2 diamonds. It comes back around, and our partner says, hey, I've got stoppers in spades, stoppers in clubs, stoppers in diamonds. So I've got the 3 non-trump suits covered, and I've got 4 hearts, so he bids 2 no trump. Okay, and it comes back around to the south, Al's hand, and he says, okay, I've got really a no trumpy type hand too. And if we're in trump, I'm going to have to lead those. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to bid 3 no trump. Play this contract in 3 no trump, so it gets passed out. Okay, now the opening leader looks at his hand. He really doesn't have too much. Okay, he knows that hearts has been bid, and that's along that the South has 5 of those, so he doesn't want to lead hearts to help establish those. So he decides on leading his 4th from his longest and strongest, that's diamonds, and leads the 4 of diamonds. And what we're going to do now is we're going to play the 9 of diamonds, and it comes around, we're going to win the trick with the jack. All right, now what do we do now? Well, where's our longest suit? Our longest suit is hearts. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to develop the heart suit. We're going to use these other suits to control the hand until we can get those hearts established. So it comes around and we're going to finesse east for the queen. And lo and behold, West wins that trick. He says, okay, my partner led diamonds. I'm going to return the diamond. So he returns the diamonds. The queen gets played. They take the ace. And he says, okay, I'm going to lead the diamonds again. So he leads the diamonds again. Because he can look at the dummy and he doesn't see anything there. Now we've got to consider what we want to drop. Well, we've got the ace, king, queen, jack, 10 of clubs. So the 10 of clubs is actually redundant with the king, queen. So it's actually the card that we can most afford to drop. So we drop the 10 of clubs and comes around, our partner wins the king of diamonds. And now says, okay, I sure hope those diamonds are split 1-1 because he said we have to get those hearts out. We have to develop those tricks. Okay, so what he does is he leads the 9 of hearts, the 6 gets played, okay, and he says, well, what do I want to do? The 9's high, I'm just going to let that ride. Okay, here comes the ace. Okay, so they've got 3 tricks. And now he says, okay, I've driven all the diamonds out. I'm going to take my diamond trick. Okay, and now they've kind of got us on the ropes. We say, okay, well, we've got the king, queen, we can throw away a spade. And here comes the other diamond. And on this one, we've got the king, queen, we've got, those are good, those are all good. We can throw away a spade there. And the nasty opponent here leads the ace of spades, setting us. I don't think I like that guy. So we did our best. We got to the right contract. We couldn't make 4 hearts either. In fact, we would have been down 2 tricks if we'd been in hearts. This way, we're only down 1. So you can see that being in no trump, based upon the shape of your hand, can be very beneficial. Let's go ahead and look at example number 5. Okay, and let's look at the hands. Our partner up here, our wonderful partner's got 7, 8, 9. Heck, he's got 13, 16 points. Wow, and he's going to open 1 no trump. Comes back around to us, and we've got, wow, look at the hand that we've got. We've got a super hand. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 losers, and our partner opened 1 no trump. We should have slam in here somewhere. Okay, the question is, how much do we have? Should we be at the 6th level? Should we be at the 7th level? Should we be heart? Should we be no trump? Okay, and you know, what we're going to do, despite having this fantastic hand, is we're still going to initiate a Jacoby transfer to hearts. We're going to bid 2 hearts. Our partner goes, wow, my partner bid to transfer to hearts. And I've got 4, and I've got super accept hand. And he says, I've got weakness in clubs. So what he's going to do is bid 3 clubs. Okay, so he's showing us 4 card support and a weak suit in clubs. All right, so we're going, okay, he's probably got 2 to 3 clubs, so there's potential weakness there. Okay, and it comes back around, and our partner. Now, this is really kind of, this is really interesting, is going to do a retransfer to 3 hearts. What's he doing that for? He's got a great hand. Well, just bear with me for a minute. Okay, so it comes back around, and the opener goes, we probably don't have anything. He's going to probably bid 3 hearts. I'm going to bid 3 hearts. He's going to pass, and that's going to be it. And lo and behold, instead of bidding 3 hearts, our partner bids 3 spades. A control bid, and the And the opener just immediately sits up straight in his chair and goes, well, he must have a singleton or a void in spades because I have the ace king. So this is a first or second round control bid. He says, okay, we're off to the races again. All right. So now it comes back around and he bids 4 diamonds as the control bid. Okay. Oh, let's see. I think, did I get up too high? 2 diamonds, 3 hearts. Okay, 3 spades, 4 diamonds. That's right. Okay, and it comes back around to the responder, and the responder says, okay, let me go ahead and initiate Blackwood. Bids 4, no trump. And that gets the opponent's pass. Our partner now goes, well, heck, I've got 2 aces. That's 5 hearts. So he bids 5 hearts, and now we know we've got all of the aces. So we've got the ace of diamonds, and we've got the ace of clubs. So the ace of spades. So now we know we can get rid of 2 of our losing 4 tricks. And comes back around and he says, all right, tell me how many kings you've got. Okay, by bidding 5, no trump. Okay, he comes back around, he comes back and bids 6 hearts. He says 6 hearts, that means we've got all the aces, all the kings. I've got 2, 4, 6, 7 of these, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. He says, we've got 13 tricks. Okay, because we've got 13 tricks and it's runnable, off the top, he says, we're not even going to play in hearts. What we're going to do is we're going to bid 7, no trump. So he comes over here, pass, and goes 7, no trump. Okay, and his partner's shaking his head. Okay, but now the opponents know in a no trump they're going to make a passive lead. So he says, let's go ahead and make a passive lead in hearts. All right, so here's let's look at all the hands. All right, so we look at this. We've got the hands exposed. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 hearts between. So they let it. We play the ace. All the hearts are gone. Okay, so we know these next 6 tricks are good. We know the ace king of clubs is good. We know the ace king of diamonds is good, and we know the ace king of spades is good. It's where we dump the 2 losing clubs. Okay, so we take all 13 tricks. Isn't that sweet? Okay, let's look at example number 6. All right, now in this hand, our partner, our wonderful partner, opens 1, no trump. Again, we're not going to show you his hand because it's done. Okay, so what are we going to bid with this hand? Okay, again, we're going to transfer to diamond. We're going to transfer to hearts by bidding 2 hearts. Okay, comes around, and let's look at the opener's hand now. Okay, and see what the opener is going to do. Okay, so let's get it displayed. All right, so we got it there, and he's got what, 7, 14, 17. He's got a max. He's got 4 hearts. He's got a very flat hand. He says, okay, I'm going to tell you that I've got a maximum, and I'm going to also tell you where my weakness is. So he bids 2 spades. So I've got 2 or more losers in spades. Okay, and the responder goes, well, look at that. I have a singleton spade. So all of my partner's points are in hearts, clubs, and diamonds. Okay, he goes, well, I've got 3, 5 high card points. My partner said he's got 16 or 17. So we've got somewhere in the neighborhood of 27 or 28 points in those 3 suits. How many high card points are there in 3 suits? 30. He says, whoa, wait a minute. We probably have game because we're not playing with a 40-point deck anymore because I've got this singleton. So there's only about 32 points in the deck, and we got enough points for game. All right, so now the responder wants to be in game and wants to be the contract to be 4 hearts and wants the opener to be the declare. So what does he do? He bids 4 diamonds, which is a retransfer to spade, retransfer to hearts. So it goes past, comes back. Our partner bids 4 hearts, and now is the declare because he's the bidder of the hearts. Okay, and the opponents have been listening and saying, okay, they indicated they have a weakness in spade. Okay, so it goes pass, pass, pass. And so what the opponent does is says, well, I don't want to underlead my ace, so he leads the ace of spades. And the dummy comes down, and there's the single. Okay, and in this particular case, the cards get played, and now the has to make a decision of what to lead next. And let's just say that he leads the diamonds. Okay, and in this case, we play we've got the king jack over here. We've got, there's no percentage of playing queen jack now. They take the ace. Okay, and now they're really in a quandary. What do we do now? Okay, we can see that the dummy doesn't have any spades. We know that they probably have the queen jack diamonds based upon what they played. Okay, and it says, well, we'll just take a flyer. I'll lead clubs. Okay, and we let the clubs come around, and we take the queen. So what we're going to do now is we're hopefully going to be able to draw the trump. We're hoping they're 2-2. So we lead the heart, and we're going to play the ace or king. We're not going to take a deep finesse because we're missing the queen jack. We either fall, or else we're not going to be able to make the contract. Okay, now we could take the deep finesse if we wanted to by leading the 10, but I think that's a little bit dangerous, especially when the 4 is played. So we're going to play the 4, and then we're going to play the king. And the jack comes out, and we come on, baby, let's have that. West hopefully will have that spade, and lo and behold, they don't. Okay, so they've got 2 tricks now. So we know they have another heart trick, and we also see that we've got 1, 2 club tricks left. We've got 2 diamond tricks left, and we need to be able to rough the spade. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead, and we're going to extend the value of our trump by trumping spades. So we trump that spade, and then we go back to our partner's hand, the opener's hand with the club, and we lead another spade, and we rough that. Okay, and then we lead a club. We don't care if the opponents are going to rough it because they've got the high trump. Okay, we just don't care. We lead the 9. We know that the ace is going to be good. The guy says, okay, you may have me. I'm going to go ahead and rough now. And I'm going to lead a spade and hope that the guy says, I'm not going to lead a spade. I'm going to lead a diamond. Hope against hope that my partner's got the king of diamonds. Okay, so the jack gets played, the 3 comes out, the 10 gets played. We claim the last 3 tricks. So we actually make our contract. We make 4 hearts. All right. So you can see how that super accept works. So what we're going to do is we're going to close this up and come back and stop the share. And thank you for attending today's lesson. I hope it's been helpful and that you can now use the super accept. It's going to take a little bit of practice. And remember that the retransfer is a very, very important component of the super accept convention. So that you right side the hand, and that the retransfer, don't miss it, or else things will get all screwed up. So take a little bit of practice. Have a nice evening.